Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and we are here to participate in a live stream. Breaking news. This is a live stream. You're hearing me live. You're hearing my voice live. And yeah, Tricky Guy came in a little bit late. I'm a little disappointed that he came in as late as he did, you know, but he's here. And although he was 15 seconds late, I'll forgive him. There's no tricks up his sleeve. You know what I'm saying? But good evening to you guys. Your average stacker was first. And we are here going to check out the markets when they open up in exactly, -2 minutes. Dang, man. I had to finish watching The Office first. So let's take a look together and see what the markets are doing. And the reason why I'm saying this is because of the attacks, the Syrian missile launch. I think everything has kind of calmed down a bit. But let's take a look and see what the markets, how they're reacting in Asia with this and see where we're at. And then we'll pop this thing out here and see what's going on here. All right, very good. Let's see here. Have the metals reacted in a negative way to those attacks or to the attack on Syria? Well, it looks like gold hasn't. It's down $1.20, which doesn't surprise me. Platinum and palladium have gone up a little bit, but nonetheless, because essentially, it kind of is not surprising in a way. We probably won't know a whole lot or see a whole lot of movement unless something escalates more. But my guess is it probably won't. We shall see. But nonetheless, yes, good to see you guys. Streets of Silver or Gold is here. And Matt Trey WR is the very first time he is in here. So let's give him a round of applause. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you coming in. And Eagle ASE is here. Good to see you. Eric, our resident bouncer, is here. And yes, palladium is definitely taken quite a climb here for sure. Over the last several months, it's more than platinum now. You know, and it's just platinum is the rarest of those metals, at least outside of rhodium. And it's cheaper than both gold and palladium. Interesting indeed. All right. Well, actually, you know what? I think palladium is more rare, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure which one of those is more rare. But anyways, yes, Nurse Dan is here. Hello, Nurse Dan. Good to see you. Chuck Delano is here. Prices are rigged a bit, but we know the real value. That's right, exactly. Amy Smith is here. Dean West is here. John Hartley is sending greetings. Good to see you. Oh yes, that's right. Yes, very cold up there in the UP of Michigan. Adrian is here, and speaking of Adrian, I've got to give him a big shout out. Because the video I just posted was about the Fortitude round. We're going to do a little comment review in the midst of some of this madness too. But in the midst of, but when I first released the Fortitude round, Adrian went and snagged 5. Crazy. He snagged 5 of them at once. Pretty crazy, pretty wild. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you very much, my friend. Yes. Yep, Stillwater. That's the sole mining company of palladium in the United States. That's right. Michael Sorrell is here. And Juan Ortiz is here. And I would like to send a special greeting to his lovely wife, Frances Torres. Hello to you, Frances. And you've got a good husband there watching the channel here, and thank you very much. I appreciate you, both you guys. Indeed, yes, James Comey will be interviewed tonight on ABC, if I'm not mistaken, and his book will be released next Friday, I believe. Kiwi Silver is coming in from New Zealand, from the future. Yes, coming to us on a Monday, and here it is Sunday where we're at. Comey the Comex King. Yeah, there you go. That's right. Sibanye Mining. Okay, Sibanye Mining bought Stillwater. Okay, yeah, that's right. I think I did hear about that, Sean. Thank you. Very cool. Pumpkin Face is here. Good to see you guys. A lot of folks rolling in here on a Sunday evening. So we just are checking the metals markets here, and we're going to check in with them as time goes on. But kind of what I expected, they're pretty flat for the most part, just out of the starting gate. But anything could happen once in fact, they're going down now. So gold's going down a bit, silver's down a bit, platinum is down $1. And so, that's and maybe, the thing is, my immediate analysis is that everybody was worried about this strike. But now that it's happened and it's very limited, yes, we see sort of some disappointment from Russia and Iran over it, but there's not really been anything else that's happened. It's a very limited strike, and there was not much more other than just taking out the facilities. So it was seen as a measured approach, and maybe they're like, okay, well, it happened. Doesn't necessarily mean World War III is going to start or anything. So the markets are probably reacting to that. That's in Asia right now. We'll see what happens in New York when they open up. My guess is the New York markets will follow suit in the morning when they open up at around 9 a.m. And but very interesting to see, indeed, how Asia is reacting. And my guess is the U.S. markets will react the same way. Very good. Yes. Very good. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go to and let's look at some of the people are saying, because we're going to comment. We're going to take some look at some comments from that video that I posted yesterday, which was pretty controversial. I'm finding out I am in the absolute minority on this, on my viewpoint with regards to Syria. And I kind of sort of knew that going in, but also just, wanted to keep a measure that we respect people's points of view, differing or otherwise. And, when kind of, we all know really the end game, and that is what we have for our financial security in the future. Gold and silver is it. So let's just scroll down here and take a look at some of the comments. We're going to talk a little bit about the Euler's disc, or Euler's disc. I don't know exactly which is right, by the way. Say It 69 is here. Very good. All right, good to see you guys. Repeal 16 is here. Tricky Guy's still here. Chuck Delano. Good to see you, all you guys coming in here. Oaksy is here. Life is Short is here. Very good. And by the way, folks, as I go through this, I will look back at the chat side here, but if you need to address me specifically, just put @ in my channel name there, Salivate Metal, just like All Is One Now did there. And actually, you don't even have to put the @ sign in front of it. If you spell it out exactly the way it is without a space and use a capital S and an M, then it'll turn orange for me, and I'll see it. So All Is One Now sends greetings. Very good. Good to see you guys. Yes. All right. Very good. Okay, let's take a look at some of these comments here. We're going to scroll down. We don't have a whole lot to go through, I don't think. At least I don't think. Well, let's see here. Where are we at? Okay, here we go. All right. Let's share this and get this going here. This is my way of interacting with the community and shouting your channels out. And by the way, here I am live. We've got almost 50. We've almost got the fabulous 50. We've hit the hard 40. Thanks, Tricky Guy. And so now that I have this audience here, let me tell you, if you have a channel and you've been posting videos for more than 6 months and are pretty active in the community, I'm your guy to help you promote your channel. I would love to interview you and get to know you with the community. And we can do a live interview just like I did with the Stacking Nerd H. I've done it with other members of the community here. And so it's fun. It's a good way to help get people to know who you are and on your channel. And yeah, so just think about it. Send me an email at salivatemetal@gmail.com and we can make it happen. So starting with this, we've got Chuck and Plata here is saying, absolutely, Sal, so much variety and unique designs and silver The choices are almost endless. Would love to buy more, but my wife would divorce me. Yeah. With so much out there to buy, I asked the following: is the silver supply soon to dry up? And why aren't the big money boys slowly buying up supply? Well, the answer to that is an emphatic no. There's plenty of silver out there. It's not going to dry up anytime soon, even if we pass peak production with both gold and silver. Even if we pass peak production, the following years and the next foreseeable future, there's a lot, plenty more in the ground to get. And now as time goes on, in 10, 20 years out, it may be a little more difficult to get, but for now, it's fine. There's a lot out there. Chef Capone Jr. is here. Corn has just stepped in, and whoa, we have Small Gold is here. Small Gold, very cool to see Small Gold here. And if you guys, if you want a reality check on precious metals, and without all the hype or happenstance or circumstance, Small Gold is a valuable resource because he does a lot of research. Goes into it far more extensively than I do, with sales figures and numbers and like who's buying what and what kind of supply is out there. He's looked into the Asian markets. He's studied these things, and it's where I go for some information. And he's provided some wealth of resources for me. A great channel. He is bullish on precious metals. Make no mistake. But he's not going to hype it up. He's basically giving you the reality on the ground, and that's just it. My philosophy is gold and silver sell themselves because of the very nature of what they are. There's no need to inflate anything with regards to the precious metal prices, although it's fun to speculate and fun to talk about. As far as what some people are saying about it, and to laugh at them, like people like Andrew Maguire, who I actually had respect for at one time or another, but he is a complete empty suit with regards to that type of thing. So anyways, so thank you. Shout out to Small Gold there. Very good. Okay, so moving on here. Now, I asked the question in this video. The choices are almost endless. And Funkdad Forcelli correctly answered U.S. Mint is the only world mint. Well, I won't say only, but the most renowned world mint that has never had a dragon on a coin. Christian Rivera says, great video. I vote for the U.S. Mint and South African Mint. Well, you're probably right. South African Mint, at least to my knowledge, has not produced a dragon either. So that's probably right. All right, very good. Gold Bear Bunny, very interesting. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. This is how the coalition strikes against Syria affect gold to silver prices. We're seeing it now. Looks like they're going down a bit. All right, Silver Wolverine is here. Very good. Okay. Skylar Evans Silverman back with $300 under spot gold Eagles for sale. Yeah. He said that last time. I think that's probably a joke. That's my guess. Let's see here. All right. Yep, Barbara's right. You can't go wrong with GS. I thought if there was an N in there, it would be an R. It would be GNR. That'd be Guns N' Roses. And yeah, you can't go wrong, at least with the first couple of albums. Boy, that was a stretch there, wasn't it? All right. U.S. Mint because they only do Eagles. Yep. And they're constrained by Congress, too, and for most things. Kevin Dubord is right. U.S. Mint, that's exactly right. Jose Varela says, great video. You were right about the interpretation. This is on how will the coalition airstrikes affect gold or silver prices. And I also talk about the dynamics of information in that video. And he says, you were right about the interpretation of it. People in different countries are going to interpret their way. And it's sad that we cannot longer get the truth anymore. And really that's, and that's just it. I saw something, a thing I saw a video about Syria on RT Today, Russia Today, which is a Russian state-owned channel, from a quote independent journalist that was talking about, started out her sentence saying, the Zionist Israel Israel and all this and going on and on about how the Palestinians are oppressed and how basically Israel is a terrorist state, and that immediately showed her bias and her and her unfair reporting. And then she talks about Syria, and so if that was not enough to basically throw out any validity or any unbiased reporting, independent reporting measure, then what she said at the end of the video about North Korea had pretty much everybody in the comments scratching their head saying, what? I agree with you about everything, but North Korea? Well, if she's so wrong about North Korea, more than likely she's wrong about everything else too. And she's pretty much just an anti-American hack. And she's so, it's just, and that's just it. You've got to look at the motives. Everybody has an agenda. And it's not to say that, that even some of the sources that I listen to, some of the viewpoints I have, I'm not naive enough to think that, there's not an agenda there too, but you have to look and weigh the different agendas and see and get a real idea of where the truth lies. So Tara Rabideau says, same old. The Illuminati bankers are controlling all of this. They control everything, including metals prices. If you want to know how this attack will affect silver and gold, you need to ask them. They are the only people who know. Thank you for the vid and your opinion. And that's just it. I think some of the stuff, the bankers certainly have a powerful influence. And and you can do it, says to follow the money. But but the thing is, I think some of this stuff goes beyond. Somebody had posted a thing about some oil consortium or whatever trying to get this pipeline through the region, and that it's about who's backing. But the thing is, Syria is so screwed up, and it's so broken over there that no one's going to get any kind of pipeline through there in the foreseeable future by any means. I mean, Assad can't even control. I mean, he's having a hard time. That's why he's so desperate with these attacks. Mark B says, Salivate Metal, I ordered one from AppMex. This is the 2 Dragon coins, and they're sold out. This is on the 2 Dragon coin. So it looks like it's been sold out there. Wow. That was quick, and I forgot the mintage on those. Were they 50,000? I'm not sure. All right. And Eric says on the silver, the choices are limitless. And definitely sounds like the United States Mint. Yes, indeed. You're exactly right. It's the United States Mint. And I think the South African Mint as well, too. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Silver coin says very nice. All right. All right, and then this is on the Syria video. Politics aside, these actions will impact the short-term and possibly the long-term prices of precious metals, but not in the same ratio. Gold will spike because gold is viewed as money for settling international trade deficits, as well as used by reserve banks and then international monetary reserve. They always increase gold supply during a war. The magnitude and duration of gold prices spike is unknown, as there's a lot of surplus gold supply right now. Russia stated that they plan to ban the export of titanium to the USA, and it stands to reason platinum and silver will also be banned. USA gets very little silver from Russia, so silver prices should not move. But yeah, it'll be interesting to watch titanium. We do get much platinum and titanium, huge percentage from Russia. Can the African mines meet the USA's demands for platinum? Possibly. But yeah, good point. We'll see about titanium prices and platinum prices. Thank you, Godfather. All right, Kevin W. says, why is this our business? And do you really think it will change anything? Wasn't it candidate Trump who campaigned against involving ourselves in Syria? Nothing ever changes in the Middle East. It's a rat hole and always will be. There will be little impact on the metals because it was done on Friday. This whole thing is pure BS. It's the good point. I understand the sentiment there, and it was a very limited strike. There's no promise of troops. There's no attack on Assad's air force or any of his forces. It was just about the ability to launch chemical weapons, and I think that's really where that red line is that actually Obama had drawn. Because I guess the international community just can't accept chemical weapons because they can be spread even easier and more widespread than conventional bombs. And I think that's the thing. We draw that line. and it's not so much that that we should, it's like, well, why are you talking about these chemical atrocities? Why not when he bombs, with conventional? And plus, there's plenty of other places around the world where the same thing happens. Yes, I agree, and it's unfortunate. I mean, look at the Rwanda massacre. I mean, so many killed, and really we did next to nothing for that. So it's an understandable situation for sure. All right, good to see you guys. Yes, it's insane, the Middle East. I mean, the thing is that a lot of it is um, there's potential. Syria was once a very prosperous country, and so was Lebanon too. It's just, I mean, these despots get in control and other things, and there's other factors at play there. But anyways, it's a complex situation for sure. And by the way, there's a lot of good people in these nations. There's a lot of good people in Syria. There's a lot of good people in Russia. There's a lot of good people in Iran, Iraq. And by the way, speaking of Iran, we have someone here from Iran. 2000 is here, and he's a doctor in Iran. So yeah, it's and that's just it. That whole area is the cradle of civilization. The Fertile Crescent stretches from Syria all the way down the Euphrates River, and lots of, and again, a lot of great people. I know people who have lived in Iraq and Syria, and I know an Egyptian too. Is just amazing people, and there's a lot of strength in those people, for a lot of the people. And in fact, I think in some ways that when we speak about these nations, understand that we're not talking about the people in those nations. We're talking about out of control terrorist groups and despots and the like, and that's why we hate to see people suffer in those areas. Die Maker 1 says, never seen a dragon on a chocolate mint. Hey, there you go, Die Maker. You got me. That's the right, exactly one. And chocolate is world renowned, so he's got me on that one. Very good. John Doe, you're exactly right. It's the U.S. Mint was the answer I was looking for in that video. Die Maker 1 says, again, stacking for numismatics is like gambling. If I could bet on a sure loser, it would be anything with dragons or Chinese characters on it. I recently bought some premium coins commemorating last year's solar eclipse. Yeah, well, you're certainly right. It somewhat is like gambling, because especially nowadays with so many choices, the chances of something taking root and being numismatically popular down the road lessens. It's kind of diluted, and that's really the thing. So anyways, you can do it. On the how will the coalition strike affect gold and silver prices? Says, what's a mess? I want to see the metal stay low. I guess we'll just have to wait and see when the market's open. Well, your wish and my wish is our command, because the prices are still low, or they're opened up lower, at least as of a few minutes ago here. So let's take a look again. We'll pause for a moment from the comment review and take a look at the metals prices. Look at that, down $5 gold. And I had was thinking about making a gold purchase over the weekend. It's like, I'm going to hold back, and for a couple of reasons, kind of trying to be disciplined, you know what I mean? But look at that, gold's down, silver's down, platinum's down, palladium's down. Only one holding strong is rhodium. All right. A Centurion Silver is here. Hey, brother, changed my name today. AK Nick DeRue. Nick DeRue, that's right. I did see that comment. We're going to see your comment later. He changed it. I like that name, Centurion Silver. That's cool. And at the time you changed your name, your avatar was still Scooby-Doo, be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. But now you've changed it in here. I see it. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. All right. Good to see you guys. Barbara Carbone, awesome. Thank you. Almost, Sean is still here. 2000. Yeah, the market's actually open in Asia now. 2000. Oh, Eagle ASE says rhodium is used in Tomahawk missiles. Someone said that silver, a lot of silver is used in there too. So I don't know. Yeah, Corn makes a good point here. Look at this statement from Corn. If the stock market crashes, gold and silver will initially go down with it. And that's right. I think there is some evidence to back that up. I think that's happened before. I think the markets do. It's strange. If they do crash, it's potential that the precious metals will go down. Now, they won't crash. I don't believe gold and silver will ever crash, but they may go down. All right, the Apollo 2019 Apollo 11 coin design video I did a while back. DRM Modest 2 Esquire said, didn't the South American Incans call gold the sweat of the sun and silver the tears of the moon? Yeah, they very well may have. And that is a cool way to put it. And that gold is the sweat of the sun and silver the tears of the moon. And by the way, I'm going to do a video on this, but at church today, we talked about the new heaven and the new earth. And the new heaven will literally be paved with gold, which is pretty freaking cool. So anyways, all right, Crizzy 100 gives us a like. Number 28 on the silver. The choices are almost limitless. And Tara Rabideau says, U.S. Mint, thanks for the vid, Salivate. I always enjoy your show. Well, thank you, Tara. I always appreciate you coming on. It means a lot, definitely. All right. Crizzy 100 says, rating for the T-Rex dragon PC because they eat other dragons. Me too, Crizzy. Dragon fever is running rampant, JRW3. You can never have enough dragons on coins. I'm waiting for the 10,000 dragon coin where the dragons will be so small you won't be able to see. You'll need a microscope. They'll be laser etched on the coin. That one's going to be worth a lot of money. Silver Dragon says, I obviously love the video. Need to get some more dragon coins. I say, U.S. Mint. Exactly right. That was made for you because your name is Silver Dragon. Shout out to Silver Dragon. All right. Very good. Silver Bean Counter says, stacking is the most entertaining way to save for retirement that there is. Keep stacking, brother. Thank you. Exactly. It is the most entertaining way to save for retirement. Silver Bean Counter is exactly right. Check him out. Great channel. Has his own little silver bean little bars. They're kind of roundish with silver beans on them. Kind of wild. You can do it, says, my guess is for the U.S. never releasing a dragon coin. You're exactly right. You can do it. You got it right. Mr. Monkey Swag himself is here and has posted an awesome video about the lost gold or lost coins that recently recovered thanks to the grading companies of all things from some famous football player that whose name I can't recall, but it's some famous guy. I've never heard of him before, but he plays football. All right, here we go. Shows how much you know about football, doesn't it, Mr. Monkey Swag? Fossil Metal says, personally, Sal, I think the endless choice is a good thing. Everyone has different taste, and if all of the small mints weren't around, the big guys would get lazy. That's right. Competition is a good thing. Agree with the generic comments, too. Nice collection, by the way. Take it squeezy. I put that. That's a little editorial comment. He really said take it easy. Thanks, Fossil Metals. Great channel, by the way. Good guy from the United Kingdom. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, hey, breaking news. Korn is just going to forget all the precious metal dragons. He's just going to go out and go for the big stuff. He's going to get a real dragon, and I don't blame you. I think I'm going to do. And how much silver and gold is in an intercontinental ballistic missile? Yeah, I don't know, man. I've heard 21 ounces or something like that. Oh, he says, and even ICBs, there are 42 kilograms of silver. Wow. And 1.8 kilograms of gold. Very expensive. Yeah, indeed. Okay. Mr. Monkey Swag, Rob Gronkowski, Patriots tight end, collects proof Morgan silver dollars. His coins were stolen. Yes, that's right. Repeal 16 and gold will soar. Oh, that's what your name means. Okay, repeal. Is it the 16th Amendment? That's what that means. Is it to repeal the 16th Amendment? Refresh us what the 16th Amendment says again. But that's cool. I wondered what your name was. Have you ever heard of Article 5 Conventions of States? All right. Donnie Hernandez says, false flag for sure. Deep State are in their death throes. They can't keep the price war going in Syria. This didn't work. This is on the how the coalition strikes impact gold and silver. Russia condemned the bombing, but isn't enough to go to war. And that's just it. This term false flag is thrown around so often. It's become a laughing stock in and of itself. And almost every time people have used, and this is not a slam on Donnie, because there's plenty in the community who use it. But the thing is when you talk about, everything is a false flag based off of an agenda. For instance, Sandy Hook. I hate to break it to you, but Sandy Hook was a real thing. It was a real shooting. And I hate to break it to you, but 9/11 was committed by Islamic extremist terrorists. And, so many different things out there are said. Every time there's a shooting, every time there's some major event, it's a false flag. I think the term false flag has become its own false flag. It's just crazy. All right, let's see here. Okay. Hello, Mateo man. Proxy war. Hopefully the mints don't play out the dragons, though, too much of something that's not good. Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, already the Perth Mint has come out with a tiger and dragon coin. I mean, what's next? Are they going to do it? I'm waiting for the little tiny kitty cat and dragon coin. That's the next one I'm going to get. All right, Mr. Roman is here. First time on your stream, newbie on stacking, 10 1-ounce bars and some constitutional silver so far, but still working. Well, that's awesome. Very cool that you're stacking, and congratulations, and thank you for coming on. And yeah, it's a great community here. I think you'll love it. Oh, the 16 is the income tax from 1913. Thank you, Repeal 16. Yep. The income tax was originally started, was going to be temporary, and it was a 2% tax on the uber rich. The highest income earners were going to pay it temporarily. Now look where the income tax is. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And Bush blew up New Orleans levees too. Yeah, it's crazy. Nick 111 says on the silver, the changes are almost endless video. It's easy to buy a dragon because it brings luck to your life, and the more you got, but it's hard to believe that all dragons are real. Chinese dragons means 100 years old Chinese 900 silver coin eats them all in value and fascination. Okay, that's a kind of a strange long-running sentence, but I think he's saying that there's some dragon coins that are 100 years old that are valuable, and probably right. Hi-ho, Silver is here. All right, very good. Tony Adkins is here. Good to see you. The Stacking Nerd H is here. All right. A cat shooting lasers out of its eye, eating pizza, riding a dragon. Now, there's where it's at. That would be a coin to get. Yeah, all right. Very good. Donald in New Mexico says, 53rd, hey, Sal, tax cuts didn't increase demand for silver because of 1% who actually got most of the money aren't buying. There's no such thing as trickle-down economics. Well, I'll stop you right there because I agree with Donald. There is no such thing as trickle-down economics. But when you give people, when the people can keep more of their own hard-earned money, then the economics, they don't trickle down, they gush out. And that's exactly, we're kind of starting to see that in some ways. First, $1.5 trillion for tax grab and another $1 trillion for the ominous spending bill. The first few generations will be paying for Trump's economy. Where are the fiscal conservatives? Stormy times ahead. And that I do agree with because because we're still spending like we're going like drunken sailors in Congress, and there's Republicans in control. So I agree with them on that. Okay, Matt RAWR. Did you do a video where you mentioned reason why silver spiked in 2011? No, I have not, but I've not forgotten about it. I've actually made a note of it, and I do intend on doing it, but thank you for the reminder. You may have mentioned that before, and I did make a note of it, and but I will definitely do that video. Thanks again for the reminder. Colonic Stacker is here. Good to see you. Nicodemus Dean is here. Nice. Yes, Nicodemus Dean. I have 1,000 in the bank. I wonder if I would be better off just buying more silver. I'm worried about the cash. Nicodemus, short story is I would still keep some. I would keep that money in the bank. Cash is still a value. The dollar is not going to crash anytime soon. And though it's there as for an emergency, a quick emergency if they need it, do not deplete your savings by any stretch of the imagination. I would never advise anybody to do that. With your extra money, I would just go ahead and get some silver, but leave some money in the bank. Because you think about it, the dollar still works these days. And okay, it's Matt Rar, by the way. Okay, cool. Thanks, Matt Rar. Rar. And Rar. Trying to put that W in there. I'm going to spend the rest of this live stream trying to pronounce Matt Rar's name. So the next 3 hours are going to be. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And the bail-ins and the bail-ins also. Yeah, that's the fear that the banks will charge you to keep the money in the bank. And if that ever happens, well, hopefully there will be enough of a warning to that effect. And then you can just simply take the money out of the bank and put it somewhere else, but keep the cash. But anyways, all right. Eric Jacobson said, what wagged the dog on that? Okay. Eli says, yeah, boy, I got mine today. I like them. This is the double dragon coin. I noticed the queen's frosting image on one side and then not the dragons, but I thought all the other coins that are frosted are so on both sides, except this one. Maybe we could look at it as being unique. Yeah, it's consistently that way. I've seen other unboxings of them, and they're like that and others too. It just bugs me. I like consistency, and one of the reasons why I bought this coin is because of the consistency with the rest of the features. But even that snake pattern is not the same. I mean, it's a slightly different, slightly more enhanced on the obverse side than the reverse. Let's see here. Okay. Donald in New Mexico about the strikes. Another feckless and ineffective waste of millions of dollars. Trump warns Russia and Russia warns Assad. Command and control in Assad's palace should have been targeted. Fox, I won't call it news, is the authoritarian propaganda machine. He's so afraid of Mueller that he might start a war just to deflect news coverage about his PP. PM prices will not be affected unless there's an escalation. Well, they're affected, but in the other way. So far, they're going down. But thanks for your opinion. Okay, Donald in New Mexico says, 32nd. I don't think the U.S. men ever put a dragon on a U.S. coin. Yes, you're right. They sure didn't. You were right, Donald. RG Argentum says, just collect one of everything. Well, you'd have a lot of silver if you could collect one of everything. Whoa. Charles Wagner. Wow. Hey, thanks, my friend. Yes, I will refresh the comments. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to go quickly here, and then I will refresh here in a moment here, because Charles must have posted a comment towards the top. So, yes, let's see here. Poppy stuff here. Yeah, I have no problem questioning things either. But if you read the NIST report and just absolutely basic physics and structural engineering, it makes perfect sense why those buildings came down. By the way, it wasn't just 2 buildings, too. There was other buildings that fell as well. Let's see here. And so, yeah, I mean, gravity is a powerful force, especially when you have that much steel and heat. And, I mean, it's blatantly obvious that 9/11 was happened as we saw it, for sure. All right, John McCain says, I really hope Trump and Putin would assert their dominance in the world of tandem, blow people away. I wanted to see a coin commemorating Trump and Putin crossing nukes for peace. Looks like that won't happen, that's for sure, yeah. Yep. Freaking rig markets, Charles Wilson says. All right, we're going to get up here so we can refresh this page for Charles here. Pumpkin Face, I'm a fan of any silver with a dragon on it. Great video. Thank you very much. And Golden Banjer says, I don't think the price will drop this time. iGold specifically will go up. That's a scary time in the world. Yep. And but it did. It did drop. Okay, I do not understand the obsession with China. I do like the Year of the Dog, but silver coins, don't depict Chinese dogs except for the French Chow coin. At least not that I've seen. I would love to see more. I think it's a fascination more with dragons than coins. But anyways, but yeah. Yeah, Nicodemus Dean, Building 7 was actually struck. Some of the engine and material and debris actually hit 7 and caused a fire. And if you look at the analysis of how that building fell, it fell about 5 o'clock on 9/11. And if you look at all the angles of how it fell, you can tell people, they evacuated the building. It burned since about 10 o'clock, or when the thing has been burning all day. And so yeah, it fell. It's all in the NIST report, and the NIST report has calculations and formulas that explains. And yes, the Pullet comment. Yeah, everybody from the truthers mentions the Pullet comment, and they say, well, that's a demolition term, but no, it's a fire rescue term. They pulled the building of all the firefighters and the like. So that was an interview with Larry Silverstein about that. Easily explained. It's absolutely irrefutable at this point that 9/11 was perpetrated by the 19 hijackers and not by anybody else. And when you saw the planes hit at over 500 miles an hour, full of jet fuel, these guys, it only cost them $500,000, only $500,000 to make this happen. And they took the flight school, but they weren't dummies. These guys, Muhammad Atta and the rest of the hijackers, were not dummies. They took off from Logan Airport with flights that were meant to go to Los Angeles with full tanks of jet fuel in these big jetliners that flew straight into the towers. And basic physics tells us that the towers had no choice, but to collapse exactly and precisely how they did. And so, yeah, so I mean, that's an issue that I'll be glad to debate with people. I mean, respectfully, for sure, because I know there's a lot of people in the silver community who disagree with that. But to me, it's the agenda behind the truthers movement. People like Alex Jones, who are completely off base. In fact, Alex Jones himself has gone to court with some custody case, and has basically admitted to being an actor on a stage. I mean, here's a guy that talks about fish people and things, and and genetic researchers and the like, and so yeah, but yeah, that amount of fuel and the sheer impact that 500 miles flying into those towers, just the sheer force of those planes hitting those buildings, completely stripped off the fireproofing material on the steel. And then they burned for how many hours? The impact, amazingly, the impact themselves did not topple did not topple the towers, but the jet fuel burning and falling down on those elevator shafts just completely caused the steel to buckle. And that much weight, it's not like a cartoon where they're just going to just fall over, to the side or whatever. Gravity going to take over, and they're going to go straight down. And but anyways, yeah. Anyways, obviously people have different opinions on this. I'm in the minority in the silver community. I'm in the minority on this. I'm in the minority on the Iraq war. I completely, fully supported the Iraq war. I completely and fully support Trump's action in Syria. So I know I'm in the minority. I'm not afraid to speak my opinion, but I hope you guys understand, but just a difference of opinion. But the reason why it's such a passionate thing for me on this is because of the agendas behind some of the things. Because when you say it's an inside job and completely discount the abhorrent terrorists and their deeds, and you're essentially putting blame on America. And I don't care who was president. I don't care if it's Barack Obama. I don't care if it was Bill Clinton. I don't care I'm a conservative Republican, but I would never blame Obama for anything like this. Never, ever in a million years would I blame Obama. And I'm ideologically opposed to Obama on almost everything, but he is not like that. He would never do something like that. And same thing with Bush. And the thing is a lot of that information is what our enemies use, are the people in these states. So that's kind of where I'm at on it, because I do believe that America, in and of itself, even though yes, we have our faults, we've made mistakes as a nation, we've made some dumb moves, in certain, I mean, heck, in Syria, some of the rebels we've armed did turn out to be associated with Al Qaeda and Al Nusra Front, and we shouldn't have. I mean, we've made mistakes in Vietnam, we've made mistakes in other places, but it's and Poppy Stuff says there's a lot of questions, and yes, there are questions. We're never going to have all the answers, but people are jumping to conclusions that are completely outside of the realm of science and possibilities. And to me, and it's so and it's healthy to question our government. And you know, I have no problem questioning our government, but at the same time, some of these conspiracy theories get so ridiculous and outrageous. To say that Sandy Hook was a false flag, come on, people. I would challenge you guys to seriously review what you believe on some of these issues. Seriously. No, I've not heard of Operation Northwoods. You can do it. And I know there's other things like the Bohemian Rhapsody, the Bohemian Grove, and all these other things. And it's just, I have no problem with questioning. Yes, I question things about, you know, there's some unanswered questions about from the Warren Commission. There's some unanswered questions in the 9/11 report. Saudi Arabia may have been more involved than we thought. Yes, and Mr. Eminem 9/11 says exactly right. Everyone jumps to conclusions that appeared to their paradigm, and that's what I'm basically saying. Is question your paradigm, question your, and me too. I'm talking to myself as well. You know what I'm saying? Because if you throw around false flag and conspiracy theories too much, you're going to lose credibility. If everything's a false flag, when things like Sandy Hook, it can be absolutely proven that it happened, you know, then your credibility kind of goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? Saudis paid for it, yes. And I do agree. And there are some unanswered questions about 9/11. There really are. But there's also some obvious facts about it too. And a lot of times a lot of these theories, they take you to a point where you begin to question so much that, I don't know, it clouds the truth in your judgment. So anyways, enough about that. We're going to kind of scroll on here. I know I probably stepped on a lot of toes and offended a lot of people, and I apologize. I hope I don't lose any subscribers for this or viewers. It is a controversial subject, and I know I'm in the minority on this, and I'm actually surprised on my time here in this silver community how many people believe some of the things. And but yeah. And I do agree, Mr. Eminem 9/11. There's a lot of questions about 9/11. I have questions about him too. I mean, it's not completely settled, but it's mostly settled. And I think that's the thing. And Barbara Carbone, I agree. The New York City skyline is still sad that those towers are gone. And yeah. Anyways, let's see here. All right. every toe possible stomped by our beloved Sal hurts in a good way. All right. Back to the comments. Okay. All right. Redshift, nothing short of WW3 will be a war of sufficient power to raise the prices of precious metals. I agree. And let's see here. And I'm not going to get into his thing about the Assad thing, but about it being not Assad, because we're just going to go back into that wormhole again. But anyways, the Stacking Nerd says, U.S. Mint, I know on the silver, the choices are virtually endless. U.S. Mint, I know I won't get the premium out of the Dragon and Phoenix coin, but I love the design. And that's just it. The Stacking Nerd H, you're right. You buy a coin, and if it's a great design, you buy it because you love it, not necessarily to get the premium back out of it. Centurion Silver says, better than a donkey punch, I suppose. All right, that's right, exactly. Yeah. Yes, I am too, Mr. Eminem 9/11. I'm sad about what happened that day and the people that died, for sure. Okay. Let's see here. David Argento says, it's the endless choices which had me slow down on buying silver, but I'm always up for some American Silver Eagles. The U.S. Mint never had a dragon on it. That's why it's called the U.S. Mint, not the Bangkok Mint. Yeah, well, that's right. Good point. Good point. Yep. And yeah, well, and and here's, let's see, I'll just say one more thing. Colonic Stacker said settled, not settled to me, because I said it was pretty much settled. And I'd say this. In my opinion, some of these theories about 9/11 are so off base that it literally is a smack in the face of the victims of those who died. And out of respect for those who died, we must really seek the truth. And when faced with the truth, accept it for what it is. And to me, that's just it. It's like, because I've heard the calls, I've seen lots of videos about the attacks and what happened, and documentaries and things, and it's, I don't know. It's, to me, it's a sore subject with me, because it changed the course of our country, the way we view national security in many chances. And so yeah, it just, anyways. Yep, in the Pentagon, Flight 77. Yep, that's another one too. And because of the frame rate, you don't see the actual collision, but it happened. It's there. There's evidence of it. Anyways, all right. Chuck and Plata says the first enemy eliminated is truth. In war, the first enemy eliminated is truth. All right. B. Holiday says, after it was announced that this campaign was won and done, I would expect a drop. However, Syria is primed to pop with something negative in the near future. Yeah, and you're right. They did drop, and it's a volatile area for sure. I mean, Russia's involved. We're involved. We have resources there. Iran is involved. They've got forces there. And it's a hot spot right now in the world. Charles Wagner says, Israel is the American interest in this region. I have no idea that those arrogant sociopaths do for us, but it's something worthy of recklessly attacking another sovereign nation, possibly because of World War III. That's another sore subject with me. Israel is the only actual democracy in the region. And and they are an American ally. They are an American interest. And so, yeah, we should support them. And so, yeah, that is partially right there. Now, a lot of people in this community say a lot of bad things about Israel and the quote Zionists and the like. But anyways, that's whole nother subject. Friday the 13th conflict start. Says that Damascus, Isaiah 17:1 says Damascus becomes a heap of rubble. Has that happened in a complete heap of rubble? Things will escalate on April 16th, and the 17th Marcus will react. Interesting. So he's predicting it is the 15th now. So tomorrow he thinks something's going to happen. We shall see. Let's see here. Sean Saylor says, so much to choose from these days. I've seen stacking back all the way to $285 gold. I have too. So much and more now. More hobbies. Just have you spending money. This one allows for savings and even wealth creation. Your videos are just fantastic. Well, thanks, Sean Saylor. Appreciate it. I remember specifically a day when gold was at $252. Yeah. The Silver Lover 999 says, you have the Dragon of Phoenix proof. Nice. Yes, thank you very much. Prospector James Marshall says, wicked video, Sal. I love these dragon coins. I'm going to guess the U.S. Mint has never made a dragon coin. You're exactly right. They have not. Someone else mentioned that the South African Mint hasn't either. I think they're right, too. Stephen AUAG supports our president. I do, too, on this. Thank you, sir. Eric Woody says, nice on the silver coin. Thank you, Eric Woody. All right, very good. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Bob Hill saw the smoke a week later from about 30 miles away when the towers were hit. I'm sorry you had to see that, Bob. Yeah, I remember that day like it was yesterday, seeing those towers fall. Very sad day indeed. Okay, let's see here. DW says, why the higher premiums on silver? It takes about the same time and effort to make the dies than when the cost would be lower on silver due to much higher mintage amount. spreading the cost over more coins should make silver selling with a lower premium. Well, that's why what I said there, VW, is because it's about the same premium for the lower premium on gold, because per coin, in other words, percentage of coin, there's higher premiums in silver than, in other words, it costs about the same. Gold is actually a softer metal. So so that being said, it's probably easier to strike a gold coin than a silver coin, and it costs just the same amount to make and create a die for a gold coin as it does a silver coin, meaning that there's premiums for manufacturing costs by percentage of the spot value is going to be much more for silver. You're right on the U.S. Mint, by the way. I started a club at work where I buy a coworker a 4 ounce a month, and they pay me for it. Oh, wow. I'll pick a coin, 2 ounce Queen's Beast, about 2 times a month. So I created 8 silver stackers buying 4 ounce a month so they can save real money. So you're a dealer. You become like a little coin dealer in your coworker in your workplace. That's pretty cool. All right. Yes. Colonic Stacker, I do agree. The fish gill people is a believable theory, the theory of reptilians, and we have proof of it on most coins on the other side with the queen on it, right? All right. Hey, thank you, Kirk Simmons. Yes, the uses of silver. Thank you very much. I posted a video a while back on the 21 amazing uses of silver. But yes, there's a lot of, certainly a lot of stuff on silver out there for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Hey, good to see you, Silver Hunter. Daddy's home. All right. Crazy. All right. Very good to see you guys. Okay, let's see here. For a few ounces more. Okay, all right, let's see here. Okay, now, Alan Gold sends me some very nice comments. Now, see, this is the kind of encouragement I like to see in the community from a little dictator, Alan Gold here. He prays that I die soon. He posted another video that he wished Assad would have gassed me. Isn't that lovely? Okay. Half-Ass Stacker says, great video, very true. Love the different dragon coins you have there. Thanks very much. And that's just the beginning. That's the tip of the iceberg of not the ones that I have. I don't have many more, but there's a lot of out there. Quentin Tarleton says, my channel's going to blow up. Oh, no, I hope not. 9/11, Mr. Eminem 9/11 says, the U.S. Mint has never had a drag on their coins or metals, and you're exactly right, sir. There certainly are many choices in silver today, too, and gold as well. You're right, exactly. Very good. Exactly right, sir. Very cool. Kendall Kid says, God bless the United States of silver. Yeah, a lot of silver out there. And a lot of choices here in the U.S. Mr. Old Fang says, thanks, Salivate. Thank you so much. For sure, repeal 16 SMH. Shake my head. I'm not sure what that means, but thank you, sir. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, he's a troll. That's right, Kirk. Definitely a trollmeister. Gotta love old Alan Gold. Or hate him. He's a guy you love to hate. That's for sure. I wish he'd come on live with me and we could have a debate. I'd love to have him trash me live on the air and talk down to me. That would be fun. Let's see here. Okay, where are we at now? Back into the game. Colt Ellie says, I think Russia may be planning to attack the Monsanto plant in the U.S. because they keep feeding us these chemically-laced foods. It must not be tolerated. And should their job be to police the world? Oh, wait, that is U.S. to police and bully all. Yeah, well, and I mean, that's a joke there, but Monsanto, yeah, some people say that they a lot of chemicals and stuff in their food and stuff. No more mail from the U.S. Mint. This is a lie. I still get those mails from them. I still order from the mail to this day. They're going to stop this year. I have the letter. They sent me a letter for my FOIA request, and I'm going to do a follow-up video for it. But they've not stopped it yet. They just announced that they were going to stop at top 5 cases. But thank you for watching. All right. Let's see. Kirk Simmons, what do you think about the future of silver prices? Please let me know if I should get more soon. I think you should, really, no matter what the price is. I mean, as long as you buy within your budget. Hey, Pumpkin Face, good to see you, my friend. He's got to take off. Appreciate you coming by. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you coming by. Kirk Simmons, I think the prices may be flat for a while. I think they'll actually rise up by the end of the year, maybe to $20 or close to it. But yeah, but I would buy as long as your budget will allow. Oh, the Stacking Nerd H. One of her classmates lost a brother on 9/11. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yes, indeed. It's awful. I'm so sorry. Yes. Let's see here. Okay. Seduced by Silver, who's got a nice new channel here. Subscribe to her when you get a chance. She's wanting to interact with some of the females in the community as well. So if you get a chance to subscribe to Seduced by Silver, you should give her check her out. She says, I love dragons. I got my first shipment from Silver Gold Bull and was at the Dragon Bar coin. Love them. And my double dragon coins are on the way as we speak. Thanks for the great videos. And she's from Canada as well. DOC Silver Stacker says, great gift from the part-time preppers. All right. Yes, indeed. And some Danny Boy, Court Jester 1 says, Polish Royal Mint never released any coin with any type of dragon. I think Ukrainian as well. You're probably right. Probably right. And Josh Galt would put my money on a coordinated metals smackdown on Monday. Well, so far you're right, Josh. So far you are right. And the silver changes or the choices are virtually endless video. Oaksy says, very good vid, Sal. You make great points about the entry price and ratio. I think the ratio can get much bigger. I'll start the bidding that poor bar Sal at $1 million. Wow. On a serious note, you have seen the Canadian Mints Reverse Lucky Dragon 2017. It's a nice design. Check it out. I'll have to check it out. But I was really hoping you were serious about the bidding on the poured bar. I kind of stopped reading there. All right. Yep, and repeal 16 is exactly right. Silver doesn't rot like cash in a poorly sealed pipe. That's right. That's true. Okay. Let's see here. They have wanted Assad out for ages, and this is the third time they blamed him for a chemical attack. The first time they couldn't even produce evidence he wouldn't intentionally hurt his own people. Trump's just out for war. Okay. Well, and I mean, if he wanted him out, he would have taken him out. We probably knew exactly where he was, and we probably could have just dropped the bomb and lobbed it right on top of him. He walked into work the next day like there was nothing going on. TH says, I bet Iran is behind the whole thing. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I think them and or Russia. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, Rocks Dude says, real nice coins, but I'm biased. Although all these coin bars in this vid winners design wise, I've seen a few designs I don't rate, and he loves dragons. You can see by his avatar there. I think I've got over 40 different dragons now. Wow. And I'll never get bored or suffer burnout as I don't have to buy every one I see or they got released. But it does help, like anything, to get in the best price point after all release. And I bought two 2012 1/10 gold proofs from Perth Mint 2016. Yeah, I think what you can amass quite a collection just accumulating dragon coins. Hey, thanks. You can do it. You can do it. Have a good evening, my friend. Appreciate you stopping by and putting up with me. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Appreciate you very much. And thank you guys for the respectful comments here. For sure. I know it was a controversial stuff we were talking about earlier. And so I certainly appreciate you guys. I always appreciate your opinions too, by the way. Never feel like this is an open channel. And no matter what your viewpoint is, I certainly welcome it for sure. And so, yeah, just want to let you know that because I appreciate all you guys. The supply of silver will only decrease with years to come. I think we have had our peak silver. Yeah, and I think if it does, it'll go down slowly, maybe. We'll see. And Dime Maker says Russia dropped the ball. in Syria, and that's okay. We learn from mistakes. The best thing is USA reestablishing camaraderie with old friends, France. Trump is doing a great job. This news commentary is concocted by delusional ladies to take pride in being a repressed memory survivor. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but thank you. Thank you, Don Maker, for your comment here. ASMR people, I enjoy your channel. I'm a tuber from a different genre, but perhaps I might make a stack video sometime. Well, hey, that would be cool, man. I hope you do, ASMR people. And I have been known to do some ASMR on my channel, some of these live stream. The Ragna stack, says Tricky Guy. All right. Yes, indeed. Oh, thank you, Barbara. I appreciate that, Barbara. Definitely appreciate you guys. And that's just it. You know, that's the beautiful thing about the community. By the way, you know, I think this is what makes it great. We can appreciate our different viewpoints and still respect each other. And I think that's the cool thing about it. Because we have at least two other things in common. Number one, we're human beings, right? We have feelings, we have all of the attributes that humans have, and we also like silver and gold and precious metals. So yeah, that's cool. Young silver stacker, I'm 14 and need silver and gold. Time for GoFundMe. Yeah. Hey, we know what? I tell you what, young silver stacker, it's great that folks like you are starting out and understanding the value of silver and picking up some when you can. And you know what? You're never too young to find some work around the neighborhood. You know, mow some lawns for a neighbor. I did that. Stacked wood when I was a kid. All kinds of things to earn a little extra money. And you in most states, you can get a worker's permit at 14. If you can get a ride to some places that hire at that young, then you get yourself some silver money, and that would be exciting. You learn at a young age to be a part of the workforce. Yes, indeed. Hello, Abby Silverstack. Good to see you. All right, my president, well said. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Many-hewn Stacker. Good guy. I think he's from Hawaii, by the way, I think. Joe Lewis says that's an impressive amount, and that was 4.5 years ago. I started with Eagles and 10-ounce bars, but I recently went a little crazy with junk silver, but I haven't nearly just what I saw. Maybe one day. Your average stacker says hello on the Oilers disc. I'm going to call it the Euler's disc because I'm not sure if it's really Oilers or not. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, Barbara Carbone had a paper route when she was 11. That's awesome. Wow, that's cool. Ooh, Poppy Stuff says 4 cups of Starbucks is an ounce of silver. That's right. Cool. Our Mr. Monkey Swag post his views on other platforms. Yeah. And I don't make it a main. The reason why I mentioned geopolitical events is because of their effect and potential effect on precious metals. And sometimes I interject my personal opinion in there, but I try not to force it down people's throat or talk about it too much. Now, live stream is somewhat of a different situation at times, but on main videos, I try not to interject it too much. But anyways, let's see here. Silvers and livers for Silver Kitty. All right, moving up here. Silver Wolverine thought he was first, but he was very close. Appreciate you being on the ball there. And one CJS for you says, what fun. I only recently learned of the Oilers disc from Wolfman. And that's the same one that he sent to me. Thank you very much. Silver Wolverine says, BU coin people are going to cringe after watching this video. Spin them in capsules. Yeah, that's right. You're right, Silver Wolverine. I spun the raw coins. A good thing I didn't spin them in a slab, right? All right. Yeah, gold. Yeah, Silver Speed Gold has actually went down a little bit. And I think the no news means the market's kind of calm. Anthony G is here with us. Hello, Anthony. Good to see you. Very good to see you, my friend. Food Stamp says, sup, Mr. SM. Thank you, Food Stamp, for the support. Appreciate it. That thing is cool on the Oilers disc. Thank you very much, Gold Bear Bunny. Appreciate it. Skywatch Central says, put 2 of them and let them battle it out. Yeah, exactly. Boy, that would be a scary situation. The platinum would win over the gold because platinum is hard and gold is soft. That's what she said. All right. Jay Anon gives me a thumbs up. Thank you. What is this sorcery? Yes, Jay Anon is just amazed by it here. Thank you, Jay Anon. What is the purpose of the Euler's disk or the Euler's disk? DW, the purpose is just to demonstrate the potential and kinetic energy. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Okay, we got 58 viewers here. Very good. Tom Manley says, I'm getting dizzy. Lizard face down. Oh, boy. All right. All right. Very good. I ordered my Fortitude round last night. Well, thank you, CJS, for you. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. I'm glad. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see here. Okay. Is it finished? Really? I'm not sure. But it might be a trick. I'm just going to waiting. Silver Wolverine waited around there during that time. Beach Bum Silver says, fun, man. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Very cool. One Druid says, you buy this at a pot den? Not sure what that means. Silver Egrith 2.5. You rates tungstens for cheaters and no score points. I bet the minted coin's edge contributed to shorter spins. I think you're right. I think that's exactly right. I think the reeded edge kind of dissipated that kinetic energy. I think you're right. That tungsten was very impressive. Freak Growing Smith says, and you're right. Very cool. And I probably should have used smooth edge silver coins and gold, but I don't have any smooth edge gold coins that I think. So anyways, but yeah, very cool. Let's see here. Barbara Carbones. Oh, let's go to the Stacking Nerd H. I wonder how a 10 ounce or even a kilo coin would spin on it. Oh, yeah. I wonder too. I bet you it'd be awesome. It'd be cool to see. Barbara Carbone says, wow, even a weird sound. Very interesting. A smaller tungsten one. I love the kitties. Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. Appreciate that. It's science is really cool. Indeed. Okay, Centurion Silver says there'll be some epic, tiny, soft, fuzzy, crazy cuteness on my channel this week. Wow, inspected the unboxings. Looking forward to that. That's awesome. There we go. Amy Smith said just shave the reeds off the coins, and then they'll work smooth. There you go. That's right. Anthony G says Ron Paul is the one politician I always trusted. Yeah, I like Ron Paul for sure. I kind of disagree with some of his foreign policy views, but I like him on a lot of other stuff for sure. All right. So I'm a Ron Paul fan as well. And a Rand Paul fan. I think Rand Paul is doing a great job as a senator, especially in terms of spending. Funktan Forcelli says, I wonder if the reeded edge had any effect in this experiment or the diameter. I think you're right. I think it did. Excellent analysis there. Sean says, hey, you may have wasted people's time, but it was very interesting to say at least. Well, thank you. I'm glad. I appreciate you watching for sure. This gives me a headache, says Cointelligence, but it looks and last couple seconds of a tungsten sounded awesome. Thank you, my friend. 21st, says David Argento, who has proved that the Earth was round using a fisheye lens. All right. Yes, Mr. Monkey Swag has read Dr. Paul's books. All right. Cool. Ron Paul is a stacker. He is definitely pro-gold. Ron Paul one time asked Ben Bernanke if gold was money. And we know what the answer to that was. No, from helicopter Ben Bernanke. Coins A to Z says, I could go wrong, but it appears as if precious metals are decreasingly an asset people are turning to in a time of crisis. Yeah, I mean, I think in some ways you're right. As far as a lot of the average, I think, unfortunately, sadly enough, in the Western world in general, not us because we're obviously silver stackers, but there's a lot of ignorance on precious metals, sadly. And Centurion Silver says, because of aliens. This is why this video is here. All right, thank you. You're right. Thanks, my president, for sharing. Weight and coin edge makes all the difference. Thanks for sharing. But thank you very much. There you go, folks. Just don't spin the kitty. That's right, Karis. Ravenhill says. We will try not to. I couldn't if I tried. Kitty was very skittish. It's a randomly exceptionally cool. I enjoyed it. Well, thank you. It deserved its due diligence, or its due. It was deserved of its own video because when I unboxed it, I didn't have it on a flat surface. Oh, Ron Paul used to own an LCS. I had no idea. I knew he was a doctor. Dr. Ron Paul. And by the way, Rand Paul is an optometrist, I believe, an eye doctor. You can do it, says. I'm sure the Read It Edge causes more friction and slows down the coin. Still a very cool toy. I already saw this on Wolfie's video, but still mesmerizing. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. Trump is a tool for the deep state. That's the first one I've heard. Trying to get rid of the deep state. He's having a hard time, though. Life is short. Where there is smoke, there is fire. By the JP Morgan video, they are waiting for silver and gold ratio to drop to around 50 or 60 to trade it for gold. Dumb like a fox. Like 5035 and dislike number 7371. Wow. All right. After he gets done, stands up and puts his clothes back on. Yep, you saw right through me. That's exactly what was going on. Silver Honda says, well, you have two soft, cuddly kitties. Please don't spin the kitties. Maybe the Canadian Maple Leaf coin didn't want to spin because it had a milk spot. Well, it was a 2018 and it had that new stuff on there, on it. So, but yeah. Okay. Michael Sorrell says, very good, really enjoyed it. How about a 5-ounce coin? Whoops. That would be better. Definitely a 5-ounce coin. Maybe an ATB, because it has a smooth edge for sure. Let's see here. All right. Tricky guy. Get a straw and blow on the coins and make them at a higher speed at the beginning. Might change the length of time. Yeah, good point. One thing is for certain, though, the kitty's strange bodily noise was obviously a negative comment about Euler. No matter what is said about the Euler, he's not made to spin in the grave. He's already spinning, hasn't stopped since. He was buried, great big disc. He's going to an infinite spin on his head. Truth, I swear it. That's right, tricky guy. I hope they built a big enough coffin for him to spin in, for sure. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? Victor Frankenstein. We're getting close to the top. I feel like looking at the end of the rainbow. Where's the leprechaun? This is on the almost 100 ounces of gold video. I'm going to update that video soon, by the way. Sucker for Silver says, whoa, that first disc gave me flashbacks. Is Charles still here, by the way? I want to see if Charles is still here. I miss him up above. I think he's gone because I was going to refresh the page because we're getting near the top. Skillver says, try the Wiener Philharmonic or silver 1 ounce. I think that would have been the trick. It would have spent a lot more. I might try that later on. Maybe not in a video, but anyways. But yeah, very cool. My head is spinning. Did you know that 80% of all tungsten is mined in China? I did not know that, JRW3. Wow. Very cool. Thanks, my friend. Great channel. Just posted another video with his son being a very good marksman, by the way. Let's see here. Gordy Stacker says this is more interesting than it should have been. Couldn't stop watching. Well, thank you. I appreciate you watching. Gordy Stacker or Gordy Stacker. Domo. Interesting. Never heard of this disc. Yeah, I hadn't really heard of it either before. Wolfman. I may have heard of it once, but it's been a long time. Did I just get hypnotized? Cluck, what? That was mesmerizing. Very cool, says Dominic J. Brown Coin Hunter. Well, thank you. A very interesting video, says ASDFZ. Thank you so much. Killer, I like your little profile picture there. UK Silver Stacker says, I've never seen anything like that before. Doesn't even look real. Well, it's fake news. It's fake news indeed. Adventures of Stackaroo Banza, says Tricky Guy. All right. Oh, yeah, Italian G. Yeah, he's got a channel called Crypto Spark, and he's pretty much abandoned the Freedom Force USA. Hey, 1CJS4U is here, and he bought a Fortitude round before I even posted a video announcing what was going to happen with him. Very cool. Thank you, my friend, again. The experiment isn't completed until you just depleted uranium round. There you go. That's right. I need a DU round. That's right, Onus. Oh, I can't respond to Onus Cronus. It won't let me respond. Crap. Sometimes it does that. Chuck and Plata. Shall interesting indeed. The queen bombs out tungsten and earns a shout. No testing of razor blades, axe heads, shurikens, or other objects with the potential to slice, one shred, or cut, or sever any body members, digits, organs, etc. I played it smart this time, just this once. 20-ounce silver pour. Cool, hot yet. Cool yet hot. Thank you, Mark B, for taking the time to watch an old video. All right. Silver Honda's here. All right. Good to see you, Silver Honda. Okay. Terry Rabinos. Cool video, by the way. Did you fart and blame the cat? No, I did not fart. I would be willing to make that statement under oath in front of a grand jury or the FBI or anybody. I did not fart. IOU, do a Bitcoin. Like the good thing, I should have done a Bitcoin. My bad. Chuck in La Plata says, Sal, I would really wager that you doing some bass runs to a Macintosh power amp of each corner of the room would or could make any of your rounds spin, twist, jump, or round rock and roll, possibly even the disc in your neighbors also. Yes, indeed, especially if it hit a low C. That would definitely do it. Okay. All right, this is on the Fortitude, the future of the Fortitude video. We're coming in to here there first. Chef Capone Jr. was first on this video. Thank you. Silver Wolverine was a very close second. When collecting fun was a like, but not a buy. Bummer. All right. And Silver Finger, I wonder if somebody's ever pulled Silver's finger. Put a different kind of pussy on them and they will sell much faster. That's exactly right. But the problem is if I did that, then, YouTube might ban the video and nobody would ever know about it. And yes, as CoinStack says, your name suits the comment very well. And it would probably fit the round very well if I were to make that kind of round. Silver finger and the type of round he mentioned. All right. We'll leave it there. We won't explore that much further. Let your imaginations fill in the spots. Pun intended. That's what she said. Southern Stacker says, nice, I like the kitties. Well, thank you very much, Southern Stacker. And I turned spins in seconds. Puck, 108 silver. Wow. Oh, wow. Nice. You could have spun a 5-ounce dragon round without hurting the value if it got scratched. That's true, Don Maker. Good one. Thanks for timing them. Amazing. Chef Capone Jr. on the future of the Fortitude says, Sal, I like the round. I got one round, and I got that proof round that you put out. I got 1 gram card you put out a long time ago. I get another kitty round to support our silver community member, but I was right yesterday you were coming up with another silver round. Can't wait. Well, actually, Chef Capone Jr. #1, thank you very much. Appreciate that. But you misheard what I said. It's not, I didn't say I was coming up with another silver round. It just may be a very small twist, maybe, depending on how these sell the remaining after this video. See what happens. We'll see on the Fortitude round. Very small. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's see here. Moving on. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Tomoko's Enterprise. Great guy. Well, fella, I have both, of course, and I love them. I was hoping for you to be doing a new release for us today. I'm a staunch friend, so I have this Cheshire grin on that cute, soft, cuddly kitty, my friend. I am awaiting. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. And, yeah, depending on how things go with sales and this twist on it, then we'll leave it at that. We'll just see. But thank you very much, Dean. Appreciate that. Michael Swirl says, going to get some of these if there's no hassle to obtain. Well, it's pretty easy. Audit Silver Bullion sells them, and thank you so much. I appreciate it very much. Okay. Let's see here. Centurion Silver says, looking forward to phase 2. Could make a Ferminator series. Oh, and hey, in case you've not noticed, I've changed my channel name. Looks like the avatar is still Scooby-Doo. That's right. Centurion Silver has changed his name. And indeed, thank you, Nick. And FunkDad Forcelli says, I've got 2, maybe a 3rd in the near future. Well, thanks, FunkDad. Appreciate it, my friend. All right, and Anthony G had inquired about this earlier and says to keep us posted. I hope you get good sales numbers in the final weeks. Well, thank you, sir. Sir, I hope so as well. Appreciate it. If people want one, that is. I'll be curious to see what the final declared mintage is. For anyone on the fence, Regency Mint did a great job producing these. Well, thank you again, Anthony G. Very much appreciate that so much. Very much. All right. Diamonds can be grown, made in laboratories, but synthetic diamonds are still rather expensive. Yeah, that's right. Cool. How do I donate? Says Kirk Simmons. I'm trying to think of who you're asking that. Curious. Anyways, you can do it. Says thanks for the update, Sal. I hate my cat. Sorry, no rounds for me. Bummer. Cool. If you got you got the crypto addresses. Well, thanks, Moofy. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, Silver Honda. Thanks, my friend. Have a good night. Keep your feet in the stars. Keep reaching for the ground. Hey, Clock Fixer 1964. Good to see you. All right. Silver Bean counters. The Fortitudes are a fun round. I'm glad to have one in my stack. Thank you, Silver Bean counter. Appreciate that. Very cool, my friend. Nice, says Terre Rabideau. Appreciate that. This is on the Future of the Fortitude round video I did today. Sal, there are any for sale now. I would like to get one for my granddaughter to high school graduation present. She will go to school to become a veterinarian. But any refer any of your past strikes. Well, yes, they are available in the links in that video, Chuck. So they're available to order, even if it says back order. They will make them, and they'll be available soon. They're just going to collect a few orders first. And there's already people that have made some orders, so yes. And so yes, they are for sale right now. That's kind of what that point of that video was. But thank you very much. Yankee says, hi, Sal. First one. Were you the first to buy a Fortitude round? That's cool. Thank you. 101st. All right. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Eminem 911. And Richard Confer says, I ordered one. Thanks. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it whenever it arrives. Very cool. Well, how do I donate to your channel? Okay. Thank you, Kirk. The best way to donate to the channel is in the description of this video, you will see a link to PayPal. And they don't charge fees, and I certainly appreciate it. If you send it friends and family, then it's just exchange of money. And so if you go to the PayPal link, that's the best way to do it. If you hit the Super Chat link, they charge a pretty big fee. So Google gets most of that, or a large percentage of it. But the PayPal address, if you send it friends and family, there's no fees involved. And I appreciate I appreciate that very much. It's because it seems like YouTube with the ad revenue, it's kind of been scaling back for a lot of multiple reasons that a lot of people have already talked about. And so thank you very much. And that's really the best way you get the most out of the donation, doing it through PayPal. All right. Very good. Thanks again, Kirk. Very nice of you indeed. Silver Patriot says, hey, Sal, keep waiting to hear, but wait, there's more. Just kidding. I just picked up one a while back, but it's just one of my only 2 community silver pieces. I like mostly because of the odd weight. Best of luck with it, Silver Patriot. Well, and here's the thing, Silver Patriot. Depending on the sales of the remaining of this particular round that I mentioned in that video, and the phase 2 of it, which is we're still working through and figuring out. Depending on how those go, it means that there could be more. You'll see. Just stay tuned. All right. CCT says nothing wrong with a little Fortitude pumping, Sal. You put a lot of work into it. If the next one features a topless chick, it will be a sellout. Well, there you go. All right. Well, very good. Well, thank you, CCT. I appreciate that. And yes, and I'm kind of partial to boobies myself. I must admit, natural ones, not fake ones that are on the Libertad. I like natural boobies. Natural boobies are the best. Let's spend the rest of this live stream talking about natural boobies, shall we? Who's in favor of that? All right. There's an awkward silence here as I wait for the answers of that question. Okay, never mind. Well, let's continue here. Awkward sign. Okay, one CJS. All right. One CJS for you says me. All right. There we go. Now I'm kidding. Can't put boobs in silver rounds, milk spots. That's right, tricky guy. There you go. Hey, Poppy Stuffs gives us a kiss. Everyone likes boobs. I think women, I think even the ladies here also like boobs, natural boobies. Boobies are a good thing. They're necessary. Die Maker 1 says, unbelievable. Are you monitoring me? I just looked at those yesterday and thought I should monitude Sal a little for the fine videos. I'm not superstitious, but such coincidences should be respected. Fire up the press and wake up Three Finger Pete. Wow. Well, thank you, Die Maker. Appreciate that, my friend. Very nice. Oh, and Poppy Stuff. Look at that. Poppy Stuff did get a Fortitude round. Very cool. Well, thank you, Poppy Stuff. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy it. I'm glad you said you do love it, so thank you so much. That's awesome. When the mintage is done, do you score the die with a big X to make sure it's not used again? A gold Ferty Cat is coming up. Well, no, not gold, because but here's what's going to happen. I think I'm going to try to get those dies and see if they'll mail them to me, and then I'll show you the dies. How's that? I'm going to try to get them, and then what I'll do. And then what I might try to do is try to stamp it myself right here, make some counterfeit ones right here in my office. Let's see here. Coin Collecting Texas. Hey, Salivate Metals. Actually, there's only one of me, so just hey, Salivate Metal. I got a PU 1959 DD under 5 RPM penny. What's it worth? D under 9. Wow. Oh. Shoot. If it's a D, and it's from the Denver Mint. What does RPM mean? Probably just worth a penny, is my guess. Unless RPM means something. I don't think the Denver minted 1959s were really worth all that. A whole lot. Bronze and orange. Let's see here. Orange. Are we talking about Donald Trump's skin? Repunched mint mark. Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure. A lot of those error coins I'm not as familiar with. So a repunched mint mark, yeah. I'm not sure. That's out of my expertise. Let's see here. Okay. D Wings World says, if my budget can work with a brother, I will be picking up one. This is on my list for the year. Thanks for sharing. Well, thank you. Yeah, no worries, D Wings. Appreciate you watching and considering. Die varieties. Okay, it's a die variety of the cents. Okay. Yeah, and I'm not as familiar with the Lincoln die varieties. So what I would probably do is probably research find the graded version, see what the populations are on PCGS or NGC, and maybe just do an eBay search for it and see if anything shows up there. Let's see here. Okay. All right. D Wings World says on the Walking Liberty pickup, walkers are always wonderful. Very good deal, brother. Constitutional is a favorite due to the history and the beauty. Real money, the way it should be. Yes, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You're right. Great info, and I agree that gold will be up by the end of the year. Given the ending, you will enjoy my next pickups video. Awesome. Thank you. I can't wait to see it. And thanks for watching the ending. Like 33, down in New Mexico, like 35. Thank you guys for liking the video. That really does help when you thumbs up videos, for sure. Really appreciate you guys doing that. Awesome Silver Cats. My birthday's coming. Oh, very cool. Nice. Happy birthday. Sal, we were talking about Trump's tanning and not really well done. I wonder if it's a spray tan, Barbara. I think James Comey talked about it in his book, by the way. Spray tan. I need to get a spray tan. Bullion Bug says, I have 4 cats, so it looks like I will have to order 4 of these to keep them happy. Do not want to have unhappy pussies. All right. There you go. That's right, Bullion Bug. And you know what? I think you should get 47 more cats and let them mate quickly and then order. I'm just kidding, Bullion Bug. All right. Barbara Carbone says, these pieces, the Fortitude rounds, hold a special place in my heart. I love furry felines. It looks nice in a capsule. Looking forward to seeing your next Fortitude. Thanks, Al. Well, thank you, Barbara Carbone. Yeah, it's kind of it's one of those things where the round is something that only cat lovers would possibly like, in a select few. But I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you very much for the comment, and for sure, definitely. Okay, D Wings World says, I will keep stacking as my investment is the hedge is for the long term, and given historical data and human nature, spot will peak again. Yep, I agree. Donovan in New Mexico says, I wish you'd spun a 5-ounce ATB. You remind me of Scrooge McDuck playing with all the money like that. Yeah, that's right. Well, and I tried to find pieces that were, close in diameter to make a comparison between the metals. So a 5-ouncer would have just thrown it out of whack. The experiment, trying to find pieces that were close to the same diameter. So that's why you didn't see that. But I may try it some other time and do that. But yes. Hello, Belange P. I almost got ripped off by the Mulligan Mint, which Chris Dwayne was a co-founder. Oh, yeah. Didn't they go out of business, the Mulligan Mint? Let's see here. Let's see here. I don't know what brought that when that conversation came up. I was trying to see where people were talking about that. The Mulligan Mint. I think they're out of business, but I hope you were able to get your stuff. A lot of people got ripped off from them. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, 2 years ago. They went out of mint 2 years ago. Yeah, Anthony Jean. Yeah, Anthony G. Yes, Chris Dwayne fights on his channel with anyone who disagrees with him. Yeah, he does not. He is not very tolerant of opposing views. Sadly, I've been blocked from his channel. Actually, a couple of years ago. And the funny thing is about Chris Dwayne is he actually came on my channel and commented on a video last year. Pretty crazy. Belange P for Fed Chair. There you go. Now that would be a good nominee. Skylar Evan Silverman has got free 10-ounce gold bars for everyone. Just won lottery. Nice. Cool. Stacking Nerd Age says, perhaps you're experimenting with catnip infused round. Oh, that good guess. All right, there you go. Stock Jockey says, did I miss something? No, but I'm glad you're here. And check out and subscribe to Stock Jockey if you get a chance, guys. He has been posting some really fun videos there in Arizona with the owner of the bunker and the lady of the bunker. The bunker is a precious metals retailer or wholesaler or whatever. They basically buy gold and silver and they melt it into bars, and it's fun to watch. Let's see here. I don't remember that, Anthony G. I forgot what I was talking. I don't remember what we were talking about. Let me scroll back up and see what you're talking about. Oh, Chris Dwayne. Yeah. You don't remember that. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since he commented, but it was a very short comment. I forgot what it was. Chuck and Plata says, Sal, please help my internet inadequacy. How do I find a link to the necessary mint? Also, how's the t-shirt progress coming? Let me see if it's Chuck. It's in the. Let me see. A link is in the description of this video. Let's see here. All right. D Wings World says, Sal, as usual, our opinions on these actions are probably very similar. And as you have already mentioned, Article 2 of the Constitution, I will refrain from a political debate with others. I figured the prices will be pretty static as long as the event is carried out and Russia backs down if the U.S. stands by this red line this time. Thanks for sharing, brother. Yeah, thanks. And I think, we are almost soulmates in our viewpoints, D Wings World and I. Yeah, and actually the prices have gone down a little bit since the market's open. But thank you very much. Thinking about getting one. John Hartley is on the Fortitude round. Well, thank you, John. Even just you thinking about it makes my day. Very nice piece of silver, says Pumpkin Face. Thank you so much. And let's see here. Okay, Repeal 16. I will contact you on your video. Okay, were you talking to me, Repeal 16? Let's see here. Okay, Tricky Guy says, how much silver do I have to send you to bribe you to say 9/11 was an inside job? Maybe we can raise the amount here in the chat room. Hey, there we go. Hey, I can always be bought. All right, let that sentence sink in for a little while, because I have some trolls out here that think that I'm just that they'll use that against me, and I'm going to give them something to use. They'll just take that out of context and use it. Yes, I can be bought. So for me to say that 9/11 was an inside job, all I need is a tenth of a gram of silver. If you'll send me a tenth of a gram of silver, that's all it takes. No, I'm kidding, of course. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, Eagle ASC has got to leave. Okay. Eagle and Matt has got to go too. Miss half the live stream. We'll catch up when I got the game. Take care, Matt. I appreciate you, my friend. Very much appreciate you. And Eagle ASC, appreciate you too. Thanks for coming by, you guys. So much appreciated. Very cool. All right. Let's see here. Are we headed to World War III? I hope not. I think Russia has stood down so far. 1,000 ounces, Sal. All right. Very good, Abby. So, yes. Blind's piece. Funny how the steel in Twin Towers melted from the heat of the jet fuel, but the passport survived. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's of the hijackers, they probably, well, I don't know. I haven't heard about that. And but depending on how far the debris was thrown from the plane, it's highly possible that they could have survived. A lot of stuff was, heck, a lot of those planes, a lot of the debris from one of the planes hit World Trade Center 7 and knocked it down. Let's see here. Okay. Hi, Sal. Good luck with your sales. Thanks, Donald in New Mexico. It made even better if you bought one. And I got a spam comment here, but it's not showing up. Let me look at the side here. I'm going to see this. So let's see. Let's refresh this thing for Charles, even though he's not here. Okay. Well, Charles didn't comment in here. So let's see here. All right. D-Wings World says the U.S. Mint, and man, you are right. Silver and gold is a choice, and we should thank God that we have so much freedom to build these stacks. The U.S. is fortunate to be able to buy precious metals with ease, without a VAT on them. Not to mention that certain state and metals are non-taxable. That's right. Some states, more and more states are taking away taxes on precious metals, which is a great thing for sure. And I'm glad we don't have a VAT as well. Happy to watch and not leave. I got the after credit scene of Kitty Bodily Noise. Thanks. Thank you so much, D-Wings. I certainly appreciate your support. Oh, Bob Hill. Does Negan live or die tonight? He will live on for another season. You know why? Because people are a resource, Bob. That's why. And obviously, what's her name? She thought that he was a resource. She didn't kill her. She didn't kill him, when she had him tied up there. So Negan will live tonight as I live and breathe. All right. Let's see here. Pawn Stars is scripted. My relative is a praiser on show. Wow, that's wild, Skylar. The producers of Pawn Stars negotiate the price, and then they do multiple takes telling the customer how to act with fake negotiations. And they also were behind 9/11 as well. Yeah. There is a tax bill being written to adjust income tax and appreciation of collectibles by the CPI, by the Consumer Price Index. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, they're going to get you one way or another, isn't it? All right, Italian G. Gonna head out. Pain catching up to me. Busy week coming. Well, I'm sorry, my friend. I hope your pain subsides, and I hope your week isn't too bad. Appreciate you stopping by for sure. Okay. Donald in New Mexico. 38th. Hi, Sal. If you make another round, put a skull on one side and a dragon on the other side. There you go. How about a kitty skull? How about that? Oh, this is classic. I've got to. This is too good to pass up, you guys. This is the comment of the chat right here. This, if there's any comment or chat thing in here, this is the absolute truth. One CJS for you. 910 was behind 911. Amen, brother. Pithy and to the point. That was awesome. That was awesome. All right, Skylar Evan Silberman, peace out. I'm looking forward to that 10-ounce gold bar and $300 under spot gold eagles. Looking forward to it. All right. Yeah, be well, Italian G. Yes, indeed. Take care of yourself. Rest up and feel better, my friend. Numismatic Okie's back to my channel. Nice. I ordered mine a few months ago. That's right. He did an unboxing video of it. Was told it's on back order from the mint. So I emailed and they said the turnaround is pretty quick. And when I had mine in my hand in less than 14 days, not saying what happened for everyone, but the wait wasn't long at all and was well worth it. I really like the fortitude. Well, thank you, Numismatic Okie, for that testimony. Very much appreciate it, my friend, so much. Whichever you do next, you should consider serializing them. I think that would be pretty cool, like 12 of 250 or just 00234, whichever format. Well, you may have just sprung onto something, Numismatic Okie. My viewers are always insightful and, yeah. Anyways, we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to say for sure that's what going to be, but he's on to something there. Probably already gave it away. All right, let's see here. Yeah, poppy stuff. Yeah, it's either skulls or dragons that people like. And I'm not, and that's just it. I'm not really big on skulls either. I guess they're okay in some cases. For some things, some of the poured bars are kind of cool. But it seems like there is a lot of fascination with skulls for sure. And I mean, it's piratey, I guess, is one of the things. All right. Anyways, all right. Tricky guy. Dang, dang, dang. I didn't see this yet, and you're doing a live session about it. Sal the Torturer. Oh, yes, indeed, Tricky guy. All right. Appreciate you being here, Tricky guy. You're the man. Alan Dininger says, outstanding set. There are both the Morgan and trade dollars. This is a Rare Coins 1879 proof Morgan dollar that I posted a while back. I suspect that the set was put together over time and wasn't released all together back in the day. Yeah, you're probably right. Depending which grade of PCGS and the others by NGC, you're right. I thought the trade dollar might have been a cameo, judging by the reverse. I didn't get a good look at the obverse. Great show. Well, thank you, Alan, for taking the time to check it out. For sure, my friend. All right, very good. Sal, stay metal, buy skulls. Hey, there you go. It is very metal to have skulls. That's for sure. That's a good point, Anthony G. That's right. Tom Manley says, good evening, Sal. Very good to see you. Good evening to you. Colonic Stacker, former an MMA match. Former FBI Director James Comey versus Basics Nikki Sixx. Oh, I don't think they would. I think they're probably on the same page. They'd probably be friends. He says, I can't believe that Morgan got that proof 64 cam. Of course, I wasn't able to look at it with the loop. The obverse looked very clean, and especially on the cheek, Miss Liberty. I'll resubmit that Morgan, so he thinks it'll get better. Lala the Incarnate says, I have 7 Fortitude rounds. Wow. Well, thank you. Actually, I've never seen this. Somebody in hiding. I've never seen this person before. Or if you posted, it's been a while. I haven't seen him, but thank you very much. That's awesome. 7 Fortitude rounds. Very cool. Nice. All right, let's see if anybody else has posted. Junius Mouthby's got one. Awesome. Thanks, Junius. Very cool. Yes, he did get one. I got a Junius round too, which is also sold at the mint there. Hey, let's take a look at spot prices, shall we? Let's take a look at spot prices. Kitco is slow loading. Oh, platinum and palladium have gone up a little bit. Gold and silver have climbed up a little bit to just below 90 cents below. So essentially everything is pretty stagnant. Nothing to see here. Carry on my wayward son. Stop screening the sharing to everyone. I don't know why I just sang that. I hope you guys don't leave me. Colonic Stacker says Fortitude rounds will only be the will be the only legal world currency in the near future. That's right. And see, that's just it. It's the that's really the conspiracy. That's where there's truth behind it. Is that the Fortitude rounds will be the only legal currency in the apocalypse. Ron Gronkowski's 1896 proof Morgan was a graded PR 63. That's right. Yeah. Oh no. Whoa. Horrible news. Arlie Ernie passed away. Let me look at that. That's wow. That is awful. Let me share this screen here. I'm going to check the news. Let me see here. Let's see here. Where's Arlie? I don't see it here. At least it's not on CNN where he passed away. Let's see if Fox News has it. Come on. It's slow. I'm just looking at the major headlines here. I don't see anything yet. It may be a hoax. Sometimes these are... Oh, here it is. Full Metal Jacket actor and retired Marine drill instructor dies at 74. Oh, that's very sad. Very sad. He was a great actor. And a good guy from all accounts, too. All right, Sean. Take care. I appreciate you stopping by, Sean. Let's see here. Zero Hedge blocked me on Twitter. Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry. Full Metal Jacket actor Arlie Ermy dies at 74. A former Marine Corps drill instructor known to millions as moviegoers as sadistic gunnery Sergeant Hartman in Full Metal Jacket died Sunday. He was 74. In a statement posted on Twitter, he died due to complications from pneumonia. That's too bad. He was a tough guy. He was an actual drill sergeant and just a great actor. And he was so good advising for that movie that the actor, they said, we don't need him. Let's use this guy. So it's very sad to hear that he had passed. He will be greatly missed by us. Semper Fi. He enlisted in the Marine Corps at age 17 and spent 14 months in Vietnam before he was discharged in 72. He served as a technical advisor in the Apocalypse Now, in which he also had a small role as a helicopter pilot. But Ermy didn't get a big break until 8 years later. In Kubrick's own take on Vietnam, he was originally supposed to be a technical advisor, but Kubrick offered the role of Gunnery Sergeant Hartman after seeing a demo tape of Emery at Ermy. I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah, very, very sad. Okay, I was joking. See if anybody caught what Sal said. Okay, did I miss something, Sean? I'm sorry. I was reading this thing. But I'm glad you're not leaving. Yes, may you rest in peace. A good, funny actor. I think he played in Saving Silverman as well. All right, while we're here, let's check the comments one more time. Okay, let's turn that, stop that. And let's see here. But yeah, wow, that's awful news. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, here we go. Yeah, he was in Apocalypse Now, Full Metal Jacket. Nobody remembers he was a nice guy in the Boys and Company C. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see Boys and Company C. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah. John Hartley. Yeah, just poking around, seeing what different news sources had it. Looks like Fox News had it. But let's see. But I agree. I'm not a big fan of CNN, so I agree with you on that. But I do check their site from time to time just to see what they get different points of views. Let's see here. We Were Soldiers was a good Vietnam film. Sal was singing and said, hopefully no one leaves. Oh, okay, I see, Sean. There you go. Yeah, I sang and probably should have cleared the room when people hear me sing. That's right. All right. Mel Gibson. Let's see here. All right. All right, folks. Well, hey, we had a good discussion here. We talked a lot about a lot of different issues and things, and we got some sad news today about a respected and funny actor. And so I'm going to go ahead and sign off now, but appreciate you guys. Appreciate every one of you guys. And hope I didn't offend anybody with my viewpoints. Certainly welcome discussion and stuff on it. And certainly appreciate all the areas where we agree. And appreciate all you guys being here for sure. And Sean Saylor, appreciate you being here. This is his first time. Thanks so much. Black Red Silver Bug, thank you. Thank you, guys. Good night. Yep, time to get ready for the week ahead, indeed. And did 2000 leave? I didn't see him leave, or else I would have said goodbye. But anyways, and Pilot Dude just came on here as well. Good to see Pilot Dude. And sorry I missed 2000 left. Good night to you all. Extend a multitude of gratitude. And remember to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Take care. See you all later.